So, the Charitable seemed a befitting title to this video, given that these pieces are to be auctioned off to help fundraise for our local church. However, I'd like to start off by saying that I by nature, or perhaps just selfishness, am not a very charitable person. Or at least, I'm not as charitable as I probably should be. I do truly admire those who find the time, effort, and finances to help others, and yet personally, I always seem to avoid giving in most cases. And to be honest, it's not a part of my character I particularly enjoy thinking about. After all, there isn't too many metrics in which to gauge the growth of one's soul, and the more I do think about it, it does seem that charity may be one of the key components to living well. Now, it's not that I am completely bankrupt in this area. I will and I do help when my spirits are high and I'm in the mood, or begrudgingly so when I'm not, and it's absolutely unavoidable. But this seems to fall severely short of my conscience and convictions as of late, and I've been trying to pinpoint why. I do believe it may have something to do with the idea I hold towards self-reliance, an idea I'm beginning to believe may be in error. You see, most of the skills I've gained over the years were merely a consequence of trial, failure, and perseverance. Gaining knowledge through repeated mistakes. So a quandary exists. Do I help those who ask and in turn rob them of the possibility of gaining this exact ability, or do I help? Do I help them with a hands-off approach, silently wishing they'd hurry up and catch on already, or do I just dive right in so it's done with? Now clearly there is a difference in those who have no means of their own and truly need another's help, and those who are just plain lazy. But as irritating as the latter can be, and I'm by no means saying that I am not one and alike, and regardless of the style in which I decide is best way to help, I'm not quite sure it makes a difference, at least not on my end, for it seems that the responsibility tugs at me regardless. Only ever being willing to help those one finds palatable is not really a test of one's character anyhow. It seems to me that we are all born into a specific independent niche in the array of possible personalities and aptitudes. Yet, as independent as we seem, or like to think we are in my case, we are still in constant need of community. No one is a master of all things, and what's more, that we are actually just improving on building blocks not of our own fundamental creation. We are only adding to what already exists. So if this is true, then it stands to reason that with whatever abilities I happen to be gifted with, it becomes a moral responsibility that I handle them in a generous, symbiotic fashion, sharing the gift with others in the same way in which it was given to me. So I've decided to start with what lies before me, something comfortable and close to home, a few wood scraps and a bit of woodshop time. As small as it is certainly a step in a particular direction, and that direction is better than where I was the step before.